Hey there, what is up YouTube? Here we are. So I got another video come at you, and we got it, boys. We got the update finally. We finally got woodcutting released and relic crafting. That's the most recent update that dropped. I know I'm a couple days late, or we're a couple days out from the update. But I wanted to delay this video a little bit to make sure that I got you guys the best information I could, and I wanted to give myself a little bit of time to work on woodcutting myself, so I could gather a feeling for how woodcutting is going to work out in the game. So I got quite a bit of information I want you guys to have, so we're going to just jump into it. So woodcutting is, like I said in my last video, it is mining but with trees. Like that's pretty much what it is. So the similar way, you use an axe to chop down trees, and you get logs for them. Then you turn those logs into relics. That's a basic principle. So, like this tree right here. See, it gives me the option on the interact button to chop down trees, and I'm chop down the tree, and I'm chopping it and getting wood for it. There we go. And you'll chop the tree until either your inventory's full or you chop the tree down, and then the trees have a respawn rate, so once it respawns back up, you chop it more until you get what you want. Then you'll take those logs out, you'll take those over here to the smithing hub, crafting. It's now got a relic crafting or relic carving table in it, and then you just go through, figure out which one you want, chop those logs down, bring them here, craft them into the relics, and there you go. Yeah, so I'm going to go through quite a bit of information here. I got some screenshots that I'm going to bring up here. The first one I'm going to bring up is the trees and logs. So I actually went through, because the wiki has yet to be updated on what the trees look like and what the logs look like. They don't have any screenshots yet, so I just had to create one myself. It looks kind of rough, I know. Sorry, I'm doing the best I can. Like I said, it's a couple days out from the update, so I was trying to wait to see if they were going to update the wiki page, before, but it took too long, so I just I put it upon myself to bring this up. So as you can see, on the left side, you got all your log / tree names. They say logs, but the trees are the same thing. So, and then on that, you've got, and then on the right side are the screenshots I took from in-game, and I kind of pasted them on there. So you've got your various trees here, and what the logs look like on in-game. So makes it nice and easy for you to look for what log you need, or to know what log you need. And it also gives you the level the woodcutting level you need for it. So what we got here And you can just go down on this, but the first one is pine logs. So in the top right, the first little screenshot is what the log looks like in your inventory, and then on the right is what the tree looks like in game. So you go find that tree in game, and then chop it down, take that log to the relic carving table, carve it up, and there you go, you got your relic. So that's the trees and logs. I'll have links to these screenshots in the description, so you guys can either just screenshot them right now on the video, like pause it and screenshot it, or you can just go to the link in the description to download these. And then the next thing you got, the next screenshot I'm showing up here is the axes. So these are the various axes that you use to chop down the trees. And once again, left side you got your what level, what the axe is, the chopping speed, and how you get it. And up to crim steel, such as with pickaxes, you can just buy those from the merchant. After that, you have to craft them yourself or purchase them off a player. So on the right side, you got your various from top to bottom. Your axes and what they look like. So just check that out. Like I said, that'll be in the description as well. Check that out. You'll know what level you can use those axes. My suggestion is, as soon as you can use it, upgrade, because it's just going to make you cut faster. It's just going to give you XP faster. It's just going to make you level up faster. Same with chopping down the logs. As soon as you can go to the next one, crafting wise, go to the next one. Eventually your woodcutting level will outlevel your actual crafting level. At that point, you want to just stay with, or I would suggest staying with the wood that you can craft instead of trying to chop down the next wood, and then And so now we're going to hop back in game. I'm going to show you the runes, go through those, show you what wood you need for them, and then I will show you the best tree locations, and then I'll show you a final screenshot of the amount of wood you need to cut to reach certain levels, and then the amount of relics you need to carve to reach the crafting levels. So, here we are back in game at the relic carving tree. So the pine logs, when you bring them to the table, the relic you'll be able to carve out of them is the Relic of Accuracy. So it increases accuracy against monsters by 5%, consumed at a 10% rate. So what that means is every time the consumed at a 10% rate, it's odd wording, and it doesn't really make a lot of sense, and I get that. But what that means is basically every time that you attack for this one, every time you attack, there's a 10% chance that will get used. Like that the relic will get used up. So there's a 10% chance the relic will get used up every time you attack for this one. The next one is Relic of Guarding. This is from Deadwood. It increases defense against monsters by 5%, consumed at a 10% rate. So it's basically every time you take a hit of damage, there's a 10% chance that this relic gets used. You've got your Relic of Healing, increases the regeneration of potions by 10%, consumed at a 10% rate. So that means every time you use a potion, 10% chance that this relic gets used up. That's Birchwood. Relic of Wealth, increases your gold earned from monsters by 5%, consumed at a 5% rate. So every time you kill a monster and you get gold, 10% chance that this relic gets used. You've got your Relic of Healing, increases your gold earned from monsters by 5%, consumed at a 5% rate. So every time you kill a monster and you get gold, 10% chance that this relic gets used. there's a 5% chance that this relic will get used. And that uses applewood. The Relic of Power grants a 5% increased critical hit chance, consumed at a 10% rate. So, once again, every time you attack, there's 10% chance that this gets used. And that uses the willow logs. And then Relic of Nature increases your efficiency in gathering skills, consumed at a 5% rate. So every time you gather material, whether that's woodcutting or mining, there's a 5% chance that this relic gets used up. And that uses oak logs. Relic of Fire reduces incoming fire damage by 10%, consumed at a 15% rate. So whenever you would take a tick of fire damage, there's a 15% chance that this relic gets used up. And that uses chestnut wood. The next one is Relic of Damage. Increases damage against monsters by 5%, consumed at a 10% rate. So once again, every time you attack, 10% chance that gets used. And that uses the maple logs. And then Relic of Leeching has a 7% chance of healing you for 15% of a hit dealt, consumed when triggered. So this has basically a 7% chance every time you attack to be used at. So every time it triggers that 15% regen, there's a 7% chance that the relic will get used up. Sorry, I had to read that. And that uses the olive wood. And then your final one here, big boy. Super hyped for this one, and this is why I've been grinding woodcutting for the last 4 or 5 days. Basically, literally since it's been out. Relic of Experience gives a 5% bonus experience in combat, consumed at a 20% rate. So every time I would gain experience, there's a 20% chance that this relic gets used up. And this actually uses 2 logs. This uses the olive log and the maple. So this is what I've been grinding for, and I'm still not here yet, but as soon as I get these relics of experience, I'm gonna make a bunch of them, and I'm gonna start hitting the grind again for combat and start doing some farming on that. But anyways, okay, so that's the relics. Went over those, went over what they do and what logs you need for them. So what I think here that is going to be relics that are very, very, that are going to sell is, I think relics of experience 100% are always going to sell for sure. People should pretty much always run those because it's literally just bonus XP for free. And if you've seen the grinding tables, like the XP tables for the levels, good lord, it gets insane. I think these Relics of Leeching will probably get used. And I believe that these damage relics will definitely get used. So I think what most people are going to be running for bosses is probably these 3. The Relic of Experience, Leeching, the Relic of Leeching, and the Relic of Damage. I think that's what people are going to run to run like bosses and stuff like that. The bigger bosses, I think that's what people are going to run. I think if people are just kind of farming, they're probably going to throw in a Relic of Wealth as opposed to the Relic of Leeching. Once again, I'm not sure about this, and I'm not telling you to run these builds, but my thoughts would be that that's probably what people will use. I do know that some people use the Relic of Accuracy, so that might get subbed out for like the Relic of Power or something like that. But that's just my idea. I think that the relics are definitely 100% useful, and I'm super excited that they put them in the game. So, what we're going to hit up now is the tree locations. So, a lot of the tree locations are near spawn. Obviously, there's like 3 trees sitting right here. Excuse me, chat, get out of here. So you got your birch, your pine, and your oak. Just sitting right here, ready to mine. Or ready to cut down. A lot of this is just looking around the map. Deadwood is up to the north, and there's also an apple tree up here. But your deadwood's up here. Pines are pretty much everywhere. Your oaks are, there's some around the crafting hub, and then there's some over to the left here. There's also more birch, and like I said, there's an apple tree over here, and there's some more oaks. So if you're looking for those, a lot of this is literally just go look. You got 2 chestnut trees here where the Christmas tree used to be for Snow for Lord. But honestly, there's always somebody sitting there, or a couple of people sitting there and cutting those down, so that I wouldn't go there for chestnut if you need it. Once again, there's another oak, bunch of birch over here, pine. Like I said, pine's everywhere. But what I'm taking you guys to is over here past the slime, to the south of the slime fields. There's a ton of apple orchard right here. There's basically just an apple orchard right here. So if you're looking for apple trees, there you go. That's still fairly close to spawn. Not a very far run. If you're looking for chestnut, you're going to want to go down south of the forest bats, south of spawn, into the forest fiend area. There's some here. Chestnut tree here. There's one over there to the left. And then there's these 2 right here. So that's the easy, pretty close to the spawn area to go to get those. Willows. Yeah, also, you can't walk through here. Don't know why. It's really annoying that this gap is not passable, but this one is. Doesn't make sense to me. But okay, sure. For willow trees and olive trees, you're going to need to go over here to the slime fields and actually go through this teleport. There's some willows right here, but the olives, you have to go through the teleport to Mushroom Island. There's also a ton of willows here on Mushroom Island, but over to the left side of Mushroom Island are your olive trees, and you just go in, knock them down, run over the teleport, and you're back at spawn. Olive trees got a little bit of a walk to get to them, but that's to be expected for the top tree. So there's all your tree locations. I'm pretty sure I grabbed them all. Yeah, so there's that. Oh, maple. My bad. Almost completely forgot about maple. Maple is actually over by the raptors. And bees. Or hornets. Sorry, not bees. Hornets. Maples are actually down here by the raptors and the hornets. The giant hornets. As you can see, maple here. You see there's a ton of people beating the crap out of their wood down here. Yeah, that's all the trees and the locations for them. Like I said, a lot of it's all around spawn. It's just, the map's not very big, so, I mean, if you're looking for something, run around for a little bit, you'll find it. And if there's an area you find that's good for farming trees, but there's somebody there, try hopping a world. Just hop worlds, check out another world. Somebody might not be on that world farming that area. They added a bunch of new worlds too recently, or they added some. I think they added like 4 or 5 more servers. 4 servers, 5 servers. I don't know. They added a couple more servers recently too, which was really nice addition. And then my last thing I got for you guys here is, like I said, it's a screenshot of the levels you need, or the amount of either wood you need to cut, or the amount of logs you need to carve into relics to get to certain levels. So I'll show those up on the screen. Once again, I will put a link to those in the description. Links for all the screenshots that I've shown you are in the description. Go check them out, download them, save them, keep them on your phone, and then just use them as a guide to help you guys out. And so that's pretty much it, guys. Woodcutting, super excited. Super happy that they put this in the game. Super stoked to see where they go with this. And I have a sneaking suspicion on what the next update's going to be, but I don't know for sure. It looks like, to me, I think it's going to be fishing. And there's one reason I say that. There's a secret area that's been added, boys and girls, and squirrels, and turtles, and whatever else is watching my videos. Yeah, there's a secret area that they added. It's right here. Bum, 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 bum. Yeah, no, but they added this weird area. And I want you guys to try to find it. And let me know if you find it in the comments. But yeah, they added this weird area. And I'm assuming what's going to be the next update is fishing. I'm not 100% sure. But, I mean, if you look at the skills, the next two are fishing and cooking. So I'm assuming that's the next 2 skills that are going to be added into the game. Don't know when that'll happen. Looks like it was about looks like it was like about 2 months between the last update and this one. So maybe in 2 months we'll have 2 new skills. Not sure. Bart, you're doing an amazing job. If you happen to be watching this, you're doing an amazing job on this game. I think it's amazing. The whole team that's working on this, you guys are doing an awesome job. All the new item icons and stuff like that, really loving it. I think everything looks super polished and clear and cool. So yeah, that's it for the video, man. You guys, I hope that you enjoy this video. I hope you get out there and chop some wood down, make some relics, and I hope you just enjoy yourself on Curse of Aros. It's a super fun game. And I will see you guys in the next video. Peace. Secret.